Alright, here we go, guys. Hopping into action here with his MP5. Oh, he's got to go ahead and reload here. Okay. You guy's gonna get killed right there by his teammate. What I remember from the MP5, like from other like Call of Duties and other games I've played, it's kind of like a it's like a longer range SMG, maybe like mid to long range, and it actually does have a pretty decent fire rate. It looks like it is also translating over into Call of Duty Mobile as well. He's gonna get killed right there. A lot of these players that are playing right now in the beta who are using MP5, I don't know if they're using like their main device or not. So sometimes it's hard to judge the gameplay, like just because either their ping's gonna be really high, like in this guy's case, or maybe their aim might not be tip-top shape because they're not on their, you know, their comfortable device. But just judging based off of what we got here, I mean, it looks pretty solid. It honestly reminds me of that, just like, it's a very, like, a compact gun. As far as the aesthetics, it kind of looks like the M4 CQB skin, I believe that's what it's called, or something like that. It's a very nice looking gun, though. There's no doubt about that. And, I mean, it looks like a very just overall solid SMG. Kind of gives me a little bit of GKS vibes, but with a faster fire rate, you know what I mean? But, this gun definitely seems like it could actually make an impact in the SMG meta right now. Because as we all know, the Pharaoh and the Cordite, along with the Rust, and actually the PDW as well, there's a lot of SMGs right now that are very good. So it'd be interesting to see what kind of impact the MP5 has. Oh, he actually is going to get that Predator Missile kill. Is he going to stay alive right here? He is. He's actually pulling out the Katana as well. Or I think it's called the, isn't it like Tokyo's Katana? Something like that, I believe. Something like that. I'm just going to go ahead and call it. We'll call it the Katana or the Samurai Sword. Anyways, guys hopping back into it with his MP5. Looks like 45 bullets are going to be on the clip, which is a decent mag size, but this gun does have a very fast fire rate. I think it's like, I'll go over the stats after this gameplay, but it's a pretty fast fire rate in comparison to other SMGs for sure. So those bullets do go by pretty quickly, similar to how the Cordite, even though the Cordite can hold like 40 bullets without an extended mag, it doesn't feel like 40 bullets because, you know, it shoots so quickly. Guys attempting to take, yeah, I was gonna say, I think that other guy's using some kind of S36. That guy tried to take an S36 gunfight there. He's gonna get killed at the end, but let's watch this final kill cam real quick. I can't wait for the Katana operator to come. It's gonna be so fun to see. It's like, I feel like, cause like right now, the only good operators is probably like the Annihilator and maybe the War Machine and a little bit of Death Machine here and there. So it'd be interesting to see, you know, how many players end up using the Katana. Okay, he's pulling out. I don't know why the gun is called, it's like not called the MP5. It's, you know, since it's in the beta, it kind of makes sense, like the test server, I guess, not the beta. Then it, you know, wouldn't have the correct name. I mean, it doesn't even show up. Like, if you look at the bottom of the screen, it won't even show the gun. Alright, he's pulling out his pipe. Not quite sure why he's pulling out his pipe, but maybe he just wanted to get some type kills. I don't know. He's whipping the MP5 out again, though. Here we go. Let's see what it does. I also see this Call of Duty World Championship posters everywhere. Hey, yeah, I mean, honestly, he's kind of lasering with it. Like, keep in mind, this SMG, and I know this from other games, this SMG is not meant to be insane at close range. It's more meant to be good at mid and longer ranges. But, it's actually, like, it's pretty decent at closer range. Of course, when he hits his shots. When he does it, you can't really judge it, you know? But, yeah. Alright, let's go ahead and see what this guy can do here. A little bit of ping lag there. I mean, based off the time when the bullet started registering, until, like, the time that it actually took for him to kill, it's really not too shabby at all. And keep in mind, he's got 100 ping. So just because, like, he starts shooting at him, the damage doesn't start registering until, like, a few milliseconds after, just because of his ping. But, if you take into account, like, when he starts doing damage to, like, when he actually gets the kill, it's pretty quickly, actually. Yeah, see, everything's just kind of delayed because of his ping. He's trying to reload here. He's just going to whip out the type. Alright, well, honestly, I'm getting pretty good impressions so far. I wonder if this is going to be another GKS where it's like, it's really, you know, people are hyped about it for a while, and then it just kind of, you know, it's really nothing great like a month and a half later. But, I mean, this is looking pretty promising so far. It looks like it kills pretty quickly at closer ranges. Of course, the statistics say it has a longer range, so I assume it has less damage drop-off. And, I mean, the MP5 is one of my favorite guns in other Call of Duties and other shooter games. Just because it's so versatile. He's pulling out the katana right here, just slicing and dicing through people like some sushi rolls. Okay. Yeah, honestly, this katana looks like it's gonna be a lot of fun to use. I don't know how viable it's gonna be for like competitive play and, you know, well, I mean,
Contact with enemy.
it's scrims, usually they don't even allow operators, but you know, for tournaments and whatnot, if that's allowed, or in competitive rank, I wonder how many people will end up actually using that katana, because it looks pretty good as long as you try to dodge everything. These are these like little new missiles I heard that were coming to the game. It's basically like a Predator missile on steroids. This guy's still going to work with his MP5. Honestly, I'm pretty impressed. It's looking solid. It's really looking solid. I mean, look at that. He's just lasered people on 100 ping. I mean, this gun is definitely going to be something. There's no doubt. It's just a matter of if it gets buffed or nerfed, or if it's noticed, which, of course, it's a new SMG, so I think there's no doubt that everyone's at least going to give it a shot and form an opinion on it. Just a matter of, you know, when it actually comes out. We'll have to see. Anyways, once again, credit for this gameplay will be in the description. Alright, here we got our third and final gameplay. He's actually on standoff this time around. Let's go and see what he can do. Got a guy coming up around here. Just gonna laser straight through those guys. Man, I'm honestly getting my hopes up for this MP5, but we'll have to see. We'll have to see. Alright, looks like guy went into bottom wood. Let's see what this guy does here. He's gonna... Okay, no, he's gonna go on the backside. And also, he is using a silencer on this. So keep that in mind. Wow. Yeah, I'm actually pretty impressed. Like, this gun is killing really fast at close range. And usually the MP5, like, yes, it is good at close range, but it's more of a, like, a mid-range / longer range oriented SMG, you know what I mean? Like, it's not no MSMC at close range, but, I mean, it's killing pretty fast at close range. He's gonna get taken out right there, unfortunately, by the Arctic 50. Once again, he's also on 100 ping, so it'd be nice to see, like, how this thing does on somebody with maybe, like, less than 60 ping, you know? So far, he's pretty much beaming people. It almost sounds like there's some kind of death noise. I don't know if you guys noticed, like, every time he kills someone, it kind of makes, like, this knocking noise, like they fall, like... Did you guys hear that? It's like, shoop. Like, shoop. Right after they die. It's like a new, I don't know, new sound effect, a noise. I mean, you guys heard that, right? Yeah, that seems like it's also new. Okay, looks like this guy's gonna get his katana soon here. So we'll get some more gameplay, and now we'll get a nice little bonus gameplay video here, all in one. I don't know, what do you guys think of the MP5? Let me know down in the comments, what do you guys think of this gun? Like, is it gonna be good? Is it gonna be just another fall off, kind of like the GKS was, where it was hyped up and everyone was using it because they thought, you know, it was gonna be like really good and whatnot. But after a while, people were like, you know, this gun's really not that good. I'd probably rather use the Rust. And then, of course, when the Pharaoh and the Cordite, people just like, I'm just gonna use one of these SMGs instead. I don't know, man. Thing looks pretty good, man. Not gonna lie. This katana's looking pretty spicy as well. Oh my god, dude. Let's go. This thing's looking OP. Can't wait to try this out. So you really just dive right into people, just like from, I believe they had this in, what, Black Ops 4 called the Spectre? I think. Could be wrong. Correct me in the comments, but I'm pretty sure they had this in Black Ops 4. Oh my god. Just gonna go ahead and throw his katana. Alright, here we go. He's picking up the pace right now with this little MP5. Again, it's so cool. I like the way the gun looks. It's just so small and stubby, yet it packs a punch. Alright, well, see what he's got here. Got an Outrider skin, taking her on out right there. Yeah, he's also, see, based off the attachments, looks like he's using, I assume he's probably using long barrel or FMJ, one of the two. Or maybe even quick draw. But we know for sure that he's using silencer and foregrip because we can see it on the gun. Alright, well, GG's right there. He's going to go and pick up the final kill as well. I'm honestly just really excited to see what happens when this gun comes out. Looks good. Gameplay is getting me hyped up. And, of course, all the memories I have with the MP5 are also kind of getting me hyped up about using this thing now in COD Mobile. Alright, so I wanted to do a quick comparison between the stats of the MP5 and some of the other SMGs in the game. So I have the stats for the MP5 right up on the screen right here. So as you guys can see, it's got 77 damage, 68 fire rate, 47 accuracy, 80 mobility, and 35 range. And one thing first that is important to note is stats are not a super accurate representation of the gun, but they're more of kind of like I guess a general interpretation of like how good the gun's going to be. Like we can kind of use it in a general sense. But if we were to just compare it, so let's start with the cordite. So the MP5 does have more damage than the cordite. Cordite with 74 damage, MP5 with 77, and actually the MP5 also has a faster fire rate with just 68, just one more, and then the cordite having 67. And then you guys can see the accuracy on the cordite is higher by 11 points, so the cordite's going to be a little bit more stable. And that is actually one thing I remember. The MP5 is not the craziest like gun as far as recoil. I mean, think about it, it's a very tiny gun, so you know it's going to have, just like realistically, it would be harder to control. But it doesn't really have any horizontal recoil. Based off the gameplay we saw, we could barely see any, if there was any at all, really. And in other games I've played, it hardly has any horizontal recoil. It's mainly just vertical. So, you know, it's not going to be anything uncontrollable, but yeah, there is that. The mobility, of course, both of them being SMGs, they're both going to be the same at 80, and the range for the cordite, actually one of the longer range SMGs in the game, is going to have 40, which is similar to the MP5 at 35. So the MP5 being more like like I said, a mid/long range SMG, and as we both know, the cordite is also kind of mid/longer range. However, you know, it could also be pretty viable at closer range. Of course, it's not going to be as good as like the Pharaoh or something like that, but it's still very strong. So now let's go ahead and compare the MP5 to the MSMC, which is known for its close range, I guess, strengths. So for the MSMC, we have a 73. Let me actually go to the, just so no one gets confused by any means, we can go ahead and throw on a common variant or a just a green skin. So of course, stats ain't really gonna change. But anyways, we got a 73 damage. We got a 70 fire rate. So far, everything's pretty similar. The MP5 just having slightly higher damage, but just a slightly lower fire rate. Accuracy on the MSMC is 41, 47 for the MP5. 80 mobility, and of course the range is, we're going to see quite a big drop off here for the MSMC. And as we know, MSMCs, it's only really good for a closer range fight, because you know it's not a mid-range SMG. It's definitely closer. Finally, let's just compare it real quick to the PDW, which is a common you know, well-known mid-range / close range SMG. So the PDW here, we got 90 damage on the PDW, which is significantly higher than the damage on the MP5. We got a 50 fire rate, which is also significantly lower than the damage on the MP5. And the accuracies are going to be somewhat similar, with a little bit higher accuracy on the MP5. And finally, the mobility is actually going to be slightly less on the PDW. I'm not exactly sure why it's 5 points under, but overall, pretty close mobility numbers. And this is where we really see the MP5, you know, kind of shine at range. It's very apparent here that the MP5 has way less damage drop off than the PDW, with 10 more points of range in comparison. So yeah, that's the MP5 in comparison to some of the popular guns. If you guys just want a brief reference to these other ones, I'll go ahead and throw up the Rust here, just for, you know, just to show you guys. The range on the Rust is actually lower than the MP5. So just keep in mind, MP5 and cordite are going to be at the top of the range lists for the SMGs. So they're going to, you know, they're not going to be as crazy fast kill time, you know, compared to these other ones like the Rust and the MSMC at close range, but they are going to shine at longer ranges. So and when I say longer range, I don't mean long range, like not like sniper long range or like AR long range. I just mean like longer than other SMGs, you know what I mean? But anyways, that pretty much concludes the video. Hope you guys are as excited for the MP5 as I am. Once again, let me know what your thoughts are and what you guys are, I guess, predicting for this gun. What do you think is going to happen? Is it going to be, you know, is everyone actually going to start using it, or is it going to be popular for a few weeks and then just not even be touched? Kind of similar to the GKS. But anyways, I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. And of course, once again, make sure you guys go show some support for the gameplay, I guess, provider in the description. All of his stuff will be in there. Alright guys, peace out.